Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Caselnova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Parkhopper John. Joining me, as always, is Mr. Tony Caselnova, who apparently has fleas.
I think you brought the fleas with you.
I might have. That's something scary. We are so glad that you are here. The Disney Parks Podcast is here every Monday night, live at facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. You can join the fun. We do the chat room. People are here. Got a lot of folks watching and giving us thumbs up and happy faces. We have a good time. We would love for you to join us on a Monday nights, and that's going to be Facebook. And we've got a great show for you. We've got tons of Disney news.
Tons of Disney news.
Tons of stuff we're going to talk about. But before we get into that, did you do anything Disney-oriented this last week, buddy?
I ate at some Disney restaurants.
Yeah?
Does that count?
That does count. Where'd you go?
Let's see. I ate at Marimoto's.
That is a shock. Wait, hang on. Four Seasons is coming to mind.
I ate at Marimoto's. We went to Disney Springs a couple times. I had some cocktails at Jacques Lindsay.
Yeah?
And then we did go to Ravello twice. Once for Mom's birthday, once for pizza and meatballs.
Yeah, you heard that right. Twice.
Twice.
Went to
Twice
Ravello.
in 1 week.
Twice.
Yeah.
That's great.
My punch card is getting full, Mr. Ravello. If you want to extend my punch card for another 10 punches, please.
You'll never say this, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. He's telling me the story off camera, and literally the boy walks into Ravello's. It's like, oh, Mr. Caselnova. It's just like when you park your car at the Contemporary. It's like, Mr. Caselnova, how are you? Come on in. How you been? Oh, this is your family? Great.
Yeah.
Have a seat. The chef
That's
comes out.
exactly how we did go to the Contemporary.
Yeah.
I forgot why. We did go there. And my cast member friends, Carl and Sean and all those guys, when we pull up, they're like, oh, first we didn't recognize you because I wasn't in my blue car. I was in a rented minivan.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Mr. Casanova, how are you?
Oh, Mr. Casanova. Oh, my God.
Hey, how are you? Everybody's like, do you know these people? Yeah. That's Carl, that's Sean.
Like Bob Iger shows up. Screw that guy. Mr. Casanova, come here.
Let me park your car.
So you get the Four Seasons, and like the chef comes out,
Yeah,
and
chef
the
comes
serving
out,
crew comes out.
Serving crew.
You know.
Chris, the assistant manager, comes out. Yeah, they're getting a new manager there. I think she starts on the 21st. It's a woman. And Corey, the F&B director, is going to get an assistant too.
Nice.
Yeah.
And apparently, Miss Robin says you ate at Captain's Grill.
Yeah, we ate at Captain's Grill. Well, we ate at Captain's...
Ariel's Grotto thing?
Yes, we ate at Captain's Grill at
Ariel's?
At Ariel's.
And you're sitting there going, we do meetups here. What's going on with it? Where's my free Mickey head on a stick?
Is this a Disney food blog meetup?
That's right. That's
where we met you and Rick and John and Bill.
Yeah, Lou.
Yeah.
Everybody's there.
Yeah.
Oh, AJ.
Yeah.
Shout out to AJ Wolf, ladies and gentlemen.
AJ.
So we went to Epcot on Monday and hung out. We got some pictures. And
Was there any food and wine booths up?
Oh, they're all up. They're all up. They're all ready. You know, they've got the fake signage up, so they could just go, hey, it's food and wine.
Yeah.
We went over to... That was awkward. Nope. Okay, so then we rode Frozen. For the first time in forever, we rode Frozen. It was good. Sarah enjoyed it, and she's happy. I'm happy. It was hot, and then it got overcast, and then it was kind of nice. And then we went back. Sarah worked a half day on Friday, so we did Hollywood Studios. We rode the Great Movie Ride, which I love that you're sporting the Movie Ride shirt. So we did the movie ride, and then we did, and then we hung out there for a little bit and rode. We had fast passes. We had fast passes for. There's a Movie Ride shirt. We had fast passes for Toy Story Mania.
Who did you have to kill?
We just made fast passes, and we got lucky.
Did you have to kill somebody?
I did. I can neither confirm nor deny, but I have recently spent.
Is Bob Chapek still alive?
I did recently. I did. I did buy some lime recently. So we did that, and then we hopped on to Friendship. We went up to Epcot, rode Stupid Energy, Stupid Judy. We rode that.
So when you were at Toy Story, did you ride? Do you know if you were on the new track or the old tracks?
I was on the old track.
Okay.
I was on the old track, and had a great time. Sarah's competitive. I'm competitive, and I tried to let Sarah win, but then she started getting. She's probably watching. Then she started getting.
Trying to see if she's in the
Then
chat
she starts
room.
talking trash, and then it's like, oh. And so I kind of beat her.
Now my Game Boy fanboy comes in.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine until you start talking trash.
I'll go home with a broken wrist if I have to.
Let me tell you how bad this is. My mom and I rode the ride like 4 years ago when she
my
came
mom
down.
just goes pink.
Yeah, no.
Pink.
My mom and I rode the ride, and she started talking trash. And I know she was kidding. I played so hard I rubbed a blister right here. Throw them faster, you know. So we did that, and then we did the thing, and then we left. We left. We had dinner.
There's not a lot of whole things to do anymore.
That's not true, dude. There was a lot of things going on.
Did you see Pixar Live?
No, we didn't. We couldn't.
Why?
Because we had to get over to the other park, and by the time we got back, there was just the timing didn't work out right. But we did see the cast from the Star Wars show 3 times in a row, and they were pissy every time.
The cast from the Star Wars show?
Yeah, they did a live show right in front of the.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have to walk.
Yeah.
They have to cross the walkway to get to the green room.
Yeah.
They were pissy every time.
Really?
Oh yeah, they were just grumpy. You can actually go to Parkhopper's Facebook page, WW Parkhoppers on Facebook, and you can actually see it. And I said, worst parade ever. They're all like, of course the guys have masks on, you can't see.
It's probably 305 degrees in that plastic.
It was a bazillion degrees.
Yeah.
But the girl that played Ray was the worst. I mean, she was just like,
yeah.
You suck.
She's sweating her kahunas.
She was. So we got a couple questions before we dig into it. Holly Carter is asking, have you seen Happily Ever After yet?
Yes.
From within the park? No. From my pool? Yes. A few times, actually.
I've seen it in the park.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It's good.
I've seen the live video.
The 3D show, the projection show is almost 3D, I think. Mm-hmm. I think they're 1D off from 3D.
That would be 2D.
Exactly. But it's really good. I just think, in my opinion, the finale kind of falls flat.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't
have that wish. Bam.
Yeah, it does. They do such a good job of doing spectacle all throughout the performance that when you get to the end, you're like, oh, that was the end.
Yeah. And I'm still kind of defunct, baffled and betwiddled, and that they're calling it Hollow Wishes for Halloween. There's no wishes anymore.
Because it's the show's called Hollow Wishes because it's going to be the same show.
No, but it was Wishes. And they put the hollow in front of it to make it Hollow Wishes.
But it's a name brand show. It's Hollow Wishes. Yeah.
I don't buy that.
And Holly, and I mean this with all due love and respect. If you're watching Happily Ever After from a pool, oh yeah, it does count. From a pool in your house, fireworks, yeah, it counts. It so counts.
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
So there's that. So yeah, it was good. So we're back. Very excited to be back. We'll get into some of the newsy news things in just a second. We'll get into some of the announcements here. Do we need to read this one because it ends tomorrow? Well, it ends tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Okay. All right. So I guess, is there anything else you want to talk about before we get into
Negatory
it?
report.
So there's nothing else to do but get into
The news.
Missed you, man.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
Have you ever come to Orlando and you're the person that has to make all the dining plans, all the fast passes, get all the tickets? Well, we have a service that can help you do this. This is the best service. They are themeparkconcierge.com. You can call them up at 407-257-9973. Tell them your plans. They'll send you a little profile, get some information about you and your traveling party and what you want to do, what you don't want to do. And then they can set up a custom plan for you. And they'll take you around the parks. They'll make the dining plans. They'll get the fast passes. They'll take you to Walt Disney World. They'll take you to Universal. They'll take you to Busch Gardens, to SeaWorld, to Legoland, to all of those places. And they will do all of the work for you. Contact them at themeparkconcierge.com. Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/Ramon VIP Concierge, or email them at ramon@themeparkconcierge.com. I am telling you, you will not be disappointed. And if you tell them the Disney Parks Podcast sent you, you'll get 10% off your order.
So, guys, there's a new video VoID system experience.
Yeah.
Voice over internet delivery experience. What is Void?
I don't know.
There's a new Void. Oh, I know what Void is. There's a new Void Experience Center coming to downtown Disney and Disney Springs this holiday season. Lucasfilm, ILM, X Lab, and The Void, which is an online gaming platform or online content. It's convoluted. Announced that the new Star Wars Secrets of the Empire hyper reality experience is coming. This groundbreaking experience will open to the public at 2 new Void Experience Centers at Downtown Disney and Disneyland Resort at Disney Springs and Walt Disney World, beginning this holiday season, giving Star Wars fans the opportunity to step beyond reality and into a galaxy far, far away. ILM X Lab, Lucasfilm's immersive entertainment division, created this first-of-its-kind experience in collaboration with The Void. Star Wars Secrets of the Empire will plunge guests directly into the iconic Star Wars galaxy. Guests will move freely throughout the untethered, social, and multi-sensory experience as they interact and engage with friends, family, and Star Wars characters. Quote, at ILM X Lab, we want people to step into the worlds of our stories, end quote, explained Vicky Dobbs-Beck, executive in charge of the division. She goes on to say, through our collaboration with Void, we can make this happen as guests become active participants in an unfolding Star Wars adventure by combining Lucasfilm storytelling expertise with cutting-edge imagery and immersive sound with the team at Skywalker Sound, of course. While invoking all the senses, we hope to truly transport all those who experience Star Wars Secrets of the Empire to a galaxy, say it with me now, far, far away. Star Wars Secrets of the Empire marks its important milestone in the continued expansion of The Void, which also joined the 2017 Disney Accelerator project earlier this year. Is this what's going into the place they just closed? Is this the Star Wars experience that's going into the
Yes.
the $10 store?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this.
Yeah. Is this a prelude of what we could possibly see in the hotel?
Oh, wow. That's a heck of a good idea.
Are they testing stuff?
I'm sure that
test crash dummies?
I'm sure that what they're going to learn here is going to probably find its way into multiple places, but putting it into the Star Wars hotel certainly does sound like a good idea.
Right?
Sorry, I was reading the thing.
Yeah.
Dude, Holly's giving me grief. So yeah, that's awesome. Very excited.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
All right, other Star Wars and Toy Story stuff. They are taking both the models of the Star Wars land and the Toy Story land, and then putting them on display. Can you guess where, John?
That would be at the One Man's Dream.
That's correct.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Oh, we went and saw Star-Lord and Groot, too.
Groot, I'm Groot.
I am Groot.
Groot.
It was great.
I'm Groot.
It was great.
Yeah.
But they've already got the Epcot portion of One Man's Dream
Yanked.
Yeah. They had tarps up and everything, so I'm assuming that one of these is going to go there.
Right. Yeah, so they're saying that the Star Wars Galaxy Edge, I still cannot.
It does not roll off the tips.
Yeah, it's not. Just call it Star Wars Land. Why is it got to be Galaxy's Edge? Anyway, and the Toy Story Land currently under construction at Disney Hollywood Studios. The park is truly in the middle of an exciting transformation, and we have a lot of news about what is going to be happening. But Disney wanted to share that the One Man's Dream attraction is currently being reimagineered into the Walt Disney Presents. It's no longer going to be One Man's Dream. It's going to be called Walt Disney Presents, which, like its predecessor, will continue showcasing historic items from Walt Disney's history, such as sketches, photos, storyboards. But wait, there's more. Disney Presents will also act as a preview center where guests can explore what's next for the park. Just open it. Then we don't have to explore a model.
Build the dang thing. Then we'll explore it.
Yeah, exactly. Starting in mid-September, you'll be able to view concept art, ride vehicle maquettes, and a never-before-seen model for Toy Story Land. We haven't seen that model. You've only seen the Star Wars Land.
Right.
A portion of the Star Wars Galaxy Edge model will also be on display. A portion?
The hell?
Uh-huh. As well as the concept art for the new Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway attraction.
They can only put so much of it in Tony Stark's car to drive cross country.
Exactly.
That's an Iron Man.
Just put it on top of the family truckster with your hand on it.
That's right. Need to call our friends. Get the family truckster.
Yeah. The attraction will also continue to host greetings with characters like Star-Lord and Baby Groot, plus special sneak previews of upcoming Disney films and obviously the movie theater. I'm a little torn that you're taking One Man's Dream and turning it into a preview center.
Good news, bad news. You know, they took Walt's office back.
Yeah.
You know, so that's still just dead space.
Right.
So could that be used for something else? Absolutely.
Sure.
They still have everything else up. There's a couple of things that they've tweaked, a couple of things that I seem to remember.
Yeah.
What do I know? That could be the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you know, once you get past, you know, the Disneyland portion, like right where the full stand-up Abe Lincoln is, across from that is where the Epcot thing was.
Right.
Like all of that forward is gone. And have you seen the Star-Lord thing?
No.
Like it literally takes.
Well, we were in there, but we didn't go see it.
Yeah. So you know it comes like right up to that.
Yeah.
So all that being said, there's a lot of space that they can put it. So I know one of the models can go there. They'll probably have
because they had the Fantasyland thing.
Right. So they'll probably take that out and put in the new.
I can see the Toy Story one going where the office was and the Star Wars one in the back because I think it's a bigger model from what I saw at D23.
Yeah, but will people have access to it?
Well, it's only a portion now, remember?
Well, yeah, I understand, but the office isn't in that enclosed space.
Yeah.
Are they going to open up those walls and let people walk in that? Or will they have something there that was just something that is valuable enough to like, ooh, let's look.
Yeah.
You know, so I hate that they're doing getting rid of One Man's Dream. I really hate that they're getting rid of that film. But that does promise that they're keeping a majority of it. That's one of the things that we've been worried about. So it's not exactly what I wanted, but it does make me happy that they're keeping Walt Disney a part of it.
Right.
You know, they're not scrapping the whole idea. Walt Disney Presents, that feels good to me. So I'm pretty okay with that.
Right.
You know, that feels good.
We can live with it for now. Until they rip the rest of it out, and then there'll be fighting words.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we got some comments. Let me see if I can do this the right way. Michael says, so how do you both weigh in on the new Mickey Mouse 2D animation style and it being utilized in the upcoming Mickey and Minnie Runaway Train attraction? He goes on to say he loves the DuckTales series, but not a big fan of the all-new animation style for the current show. What's your opinion on that?
We're not sure if they're going to use that. That's what they're showing in the concept art.
Right.
But that's not a guarantee that that's going to be what's in there.
Right.
I'm not a huge fan. I think you should go back to like old school kind of Mickey, Pie-Eye Mickey. We were having this conversation at lunch on Sunday. Pie-Eye Mickey, they have so much great footage of Mickey cartoons. Why not use some of that in this attraction? It is a little different looking, and it is really a lot of 2D. It's not really,
right,
a 3D-ish look.
Very
flat.
My thought is, as much as I love Pie-Eye Mickey, I love Mickey from the 40s and 50s too.
Sure.
I also love Mickey from the 60s.
Yeah.
I think the question of which version of Mickey is going to literally be to the individual person and probably has a lot to do with their age.
Right.
Versus what they're doing with the attraction. Let's assume that they're using the current Mickey and Minnie with the real skinny design. And, if they build this now, these are the current state of Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and Donald.
Right.
20 years from now, when our kids are having their own kids,
may look different.
they're going to say, oh, this is my Mickey Mouse.
Right.
I kind of liken it to Doctor Who. And I know you're not a Doctor Who person, but just go with me on this alliteration. My doctor, because there's been 13 people who play, or 14 people who played the Doctor character.
Holy mackerel.
Okay. What happens is somebody comes in and does the role, and then when they either get tired or they want to shake it up, they change doctors and they regenerate. It's sci-fi, so just go with it. So there have been 14 people. They just chose a new doctor. And it's a woman. First time ever they've chosen a woman.
Should it be Mrs. Who?
No, it's still Doctor because she's a doctor.
Just checking.
And it's not Doctor Who. It's just the doctor. So for me, my doctor was Doctor number 4, Tom Baker. Always will be my doctor. He has a specific look. That's what I love. That's my doctor. So for my wife, her doctor is David Tennant, who is like Doctor number 10. And I love David Tennant too. He's my second favorite. So it's generational.
Right.
So whichever Mickey is your Mickey, it's always going to be in your mind. That's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
But I think if they build it with this version of Mickey, years from now, if it stays, people will be like, oh yeah, well that's my Mickey. And then old timers like us are going to be like, that's not Mickey Mouse. Mickey's got pie eyes. Okay, so let's move on and talk about the most exciting thing to me. I'm looking forward to. So we're getting ready for our WDW Parkhoppers, Disney by the Numbers, Sorcerer Radio,
Disney Parks Podcast,
and Disney Parks Podcast Party. Our big meetup that's happening September 2nd at Bay Lake Tower Grand Villa. Now, we are doing tickets. Tickets are very inexpensive.
Yes.
And tickets are going to help offset the cost for food and drinks.
And let us know who's coming.
And let us have a head count. We want to make sure that we have enough stuff for everybody. So make sure that you click on the events tab here at facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. You can also click on the link either from the newsletter or we have it over on the website, DisneyParksPodcast.com. Let us know that you are coming, and we cannot wait to see you. We also want to make sure that while you're on Disney Parks Podcast, you go visit our store, DisneyParksPodcast.com/store, and pick up currently mouse pads and ceramic tile coasters. We're going to have some more things coming up very shortly as soon as I can get a couple things worked out on my end. And the response that we've gotten has been pretty good so far, so that's exciting. So we've got some cool things there if you want to get some very unique things that you can't find in
a Disney store.
So yeah, go check that out. And then the last thing I will mention, then you can do the other three. That's cool. Is Tony is the author of a brilliant book called Disney by the Numbers. You can find a link to that on the Disney Parks podcast website, as well as I have a book called The Disney Bucket List. You can find a link to that as well. Tony's book and my book you can find on Amazon. Yeah, anybody can do that. But if you order it through our links, not only do you get the book at a reduced cost, not only do you get the book from us, we'll autograph it for you. And Tony ups the game even more. He's going to put a special code in it, and he can track it. That way you can see where...
So I can follow you around.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, pretty much. No. So yeah, check that out and get your copies. And we're coming up on the holiday season, so it's a great time to get... go ahead and order your books now for all your friends and check that out.
Definitely. Don't forget to rate us and review us wherever you watch us, iTunes, Google Play, Podcaster, Stitcher, whatever it's on. And then if you are in the parks, give us a call at 407-413-9010 and tell us what you're doing. And maybe we'll use that on the air. Maybe you'll see something fun and exciting and you want to tell us. I know our friend Vince always sends us a good email.
Dude, Vince is the man.
Yeah, when he's in the park. So feel free to do that.
All right. Is that it? We're going to talk about you're not going to talk about the other stuff?
What's the other stuff?
Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget, if you want to listen to us on your Echo or your Dot, just say code word, play the Disney Parks podcast. And we shall come blaring out of your little Amazon Echo or Dot.
That's right. Order a pizza.
Order a pizza. Alexa, order a pizza.
With anchovies.
Yeah.
So moving forward, American Idol,
Yeah.
ABC's version of American Idol kicks off open auditions at Walt Disney World.
Who was the Fox?
Fox. Yeah. So ABC's version of American Idol launches the start of its highly anticipated open auditions at Disney Springs at Walt Disney World Resort here in Florida. The iconic American Idol bus will roll into Disney Springs for auditions taking place on Thursday, the 17th.
I gotta take the day off.
I know. Got to start warming up this pipe. What song are you going to sing?
I'm thinking You Got a Friend in Me.
I think that's a good song. You're going to have a backup song? A Garth Brooks tune, probably, so they can see that you have other interests other than just Disney. Friends in Low Places.
Maybe a Springsteen song, Born to Run.
The Roll. Oh, Born to Run.
Yeah.
Baby, we were born to run.
A little Jungle Land, maybe.
Jungle Land, nice. Born in the USA.
Born in the USA. Oh, good.
I could hurt the pipes on that one. Huh? All right, that's going to be exciting.
Maybe
special.
Paradise City. Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights.
Oh,
little
good
Meatloaf.
Song.
Good.
Hey, you have 13 minutes? Let me sing you a song.
Got 27 minutes? I can give you the pre and the post version of it.
Yeah.
Idol winner Jordan Sparks.
Wow.
Chris Allen and Ruben Studdard will make a special appearance and greet lucky audition participants during the kickoff celebration of the Search for America's Next Superstar. I'm shocked that they can get away with that, considering, do they not have contracts with Fox? Or is it just like American Idol and we bought the contracts?
Yeah, maybe.
So when the bus rolls away at the end of the day, Central Florida hopefuls will still have the chance to become a part of Idol history by auditioning via the American Idol pop-up audition kiosk, which will be at Disney Springs on Friday, August 18th through Friday, September 15th.
Ooh.
During regular Disney Springs operating hours, visitors can create and submit their own audition videos at the kiosk. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in there. Auditions will simultaneously kick off on the West Coast in Portland, Oregon. Please visit AmericanIdol.com for more information and specific audition details, locations, full eligibility requirements, submission forms, terms, and conditions.
Wow.
So check that out. So have you ever had a desire to do that?
No.
No?
No. I can't carry a tune if you put it in a suitcase.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
I am tone deaf.
The only thing you can play is a radio?
I can't even play that.
Well, that's true. You have Siri. Sirius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I am terrible.
I have no desire. I worked for a guy who did, though.
And I've seen episodes of the show, but I've never watched an entire season.
Oh, dear God. I couldn't. I literally.
I just find it too boring.
My wife loves
No,
watching the
interesting.
audition shows, and it's the worst part for me because I don't like to watch people who don't have talent.
Yeah.
In the hopes of finding that one person that does. That I don't. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I am a legitimately trained musician. Like I made a living playing and teaching.
Right.
I was classically trained percussionist, but I made a living playing drum set. I still play. You know, I don't go see live bands very often. Unless the people on the stage are better than me, I have no desire to go watch somebody that, you know.
So like the Kiss, the Who, Aerosmith, you refuse to watch that kind
Oh
of stuff?
no!
live?
I'll go see. I'll go see like.
Okay.
You know, I'm not going to go to the club and go see some band.
You're not going
play.
to the House of Blues to see a cover band.
Usually not, unless it's like like Slippery and Wet or somebody that's like
They're mildly entertaining.
Yeah. Or like the who's the cover band that does all the 90s stuff or the 80s stuff? Oh, I can't think of it. They were just at House of Blues not too long ago. I hated I couldn't be there, but I'll go see that kind of stuff. But like, I'm not going to go down to the local bar and watch, the Billy Joe Bob band play country for 2 hours because it's just like, usually they're okay. And I did it for so long, I don't get a lot of enjoyment. Like, Aljon and his band, I love watching those guys because they're all like amazing. That's the kind of level.
Yeah.
So I don't want to watch American Idol to hear all these people croak through these songs who really think because their mamas told them they could sing, that they could sing. And then you get that one person that could actually, you're going to Hollywood,
Yeah.
I don't have any joy out of that. And then watching the American Idol experience, the way, what they put them through on TV,
Right.
that holds no joy for me. So, this is not a show that I'm going to like go out and watch. The Molly Ringwalds. I love you, Stephanie. That's who it is. The Molly Ringwalds. They're amazing. I could sit and watch those guys all day.
Yeah.
I could probably sit in and play with them, but they've got a great act, and I watch that. All right.
Hey, last week's trivia question, or should I say the week before last?
Yeah. You had extra time on this one.
What is the name of Donald Duck's sister, who is also the mother of Huey, Dewey, and Louie? And there were two really correct answers. You could have sent in Dumbella, that's Dumbella, or Della. Either one are acceptable answers.
Now, is that two different names? Or they called her two different things?
It's like Della was short for Dumbella.
Dumbella?
Yeah, so not everybody. Some people guessed Dumbella, some people guessed Della. Both were acceptable answers. And Tina is the winner. I got your address. Thank you. It's in the mail.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Right. So this week's question. And
Do you need me to help you with some of these trivia questions, bro?
no.
Okay.
Why? You think this is easy?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see how many answers we get and how many are correct.
Okie dokie.
What hand is replaced on Captain Hook by his hook? So which one has his hook?
You got a 50-50 shot.
You got a 50-50 shot.
If you're smart, you're going to send one of each. Send an email with left, send an email with right.
I will throw those both out. If you know the answer, send it to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com.
The answer is the one he does not write
His left
with.
foot.
His kneecap. No, you idiot. Which hand? That's funny. All right. So make sure that you send that in. Did you give him the address?
Yeah.
Okay.
DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com.
One way, if you like what we do here, we're just a couple of knuckleheads, and we hope that you guys are enjoying the ride, so to speak.
Two knuckleheads that were nominated for a podcast People's Choice Award.
People's Choice Award podcast nominated over here.
Yeah. We're not that stupid.
Hey, we're not too completely knuckleheads, but we got on the list, or we paid our $10. I'm just saying. And we can't even send people to go over and vote.
No.
Because they don't have open voting.
I know.
But we got enough votes to be on the ballot.
Right.
So thank you guys for that.
So now 250 anonymous people who have never heard the show are going to vote.
250 people and a special panel. And having said that, I just feel like I need to say this. I want to thank Lou Mangello for helping give us the idea to do a podcast and coaching us and encouraging us. Lou, not only, and I mean this sincerely, he's a great guy.
I had some Lou Moncello at Ravello.
And he's always been there for me. And I don't deserve a friend like Lou Moncello. I love you, Lou.
I had some limoncello at Ravello's.
Not limoncello, Lou Moncello.
Limoncello.
Yes. Lou is on the board, by the way, voters.
Yeah.
I love you, Lou. You're the and I sincerely
Right,
we're picking fun. Yeah, okay. No, I'm sorry. Just playing. Lou knows I love him. I love that kid. So if you like what we're doing, and we appreciate it if you guys would go over to join our little family over at patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. That's a place that you can kind of help us out for as little as $2 a month or as much as you want. We have an incredible rewards structure there. If you spend if you donate $10 a month, you get a great reward. If you spend $20 a month, you get a great reward there. Plus, we do a lot of cool things. Like we have our own Facebook group where we do a free show at 7:00. So this is actually the second show we've done today. So we do a show there. It's just for you guys. We do content there with no ads. We also do content before the live shows go out. Shows usually go out on Wednesday. Patreon usually gets them Tuesday night or first thing early on Wednesday morning before the regular public gets them. So a lot of different things that we do just for our Patreons. We would love to see you there. Patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast / we want to definitely thank our current group of Patreons. Thank you so much to David M., Willie, Jeremy, Katie, Eva, Grant, Ernie, David R., and Ross. Thank you guys for being a part of the Disney Parks Patreon family.
Very cool. Hey, we don't have a rumor alert button.
Dadgummit.
Put that on your list.
Hang on.
We're waiting.
Siri, remind me to make a Disney Parks Podcast alarm at noon tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
I'll remind you.
Thanks, Siri.
Well, Siri does that. Rumor alert. This is just a rumor. Don't get alarmed quite just yet. Everybody stay calm. But the All-Star Value Resorts here at Walt Disney World are going to possibly get table service restaurants. People bringing you food, whether you go getting your food.
Wow.
It appears that Disney is eyeing up the possibility of adding a table service restaurant to their value resorts at Walt Disney World. According to sources, the parking lot between All-Star Music and All-Star Movies will become home to a new table service restaurant, likely a buffet stay.
Jesus Lord.
A buffet style.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Did you get any on you?
Yeah. So maybe you have to go up and get a little bit of your food.
Have to saddle up to the bar.
Yeah. With the hotel occupancy to be on the rise in a big way in 2019, it is believed that the counter-service restaurants at all three value resorts would be even more overwhelmed than they are now, and some guests are staying at these would rather skip the line and the craziness in favor of I can't say the word tonight, of a buffet.
You haven't been to a buffet in so long.
I know, I
can't even say
can't
the
say
word.
A buffet-style dining experience. Of course, this project is just in the planning stages and has not been approved. There's been no announcement, and no construction has begun. No permits have been filed. This is just a rumor. But an interesting one.
Yeah. So are they going to build something different, or are they going to take something away and put a special buffet in?
Just going to build something
knock out
new.
A wall,
yeah.
Knock out a wall.
Yeah.
I love this whole concept of...
If you're going to build a table service, build a table service. Don't make it a buffet.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Don't call it table service and then build a buffet.
Yeah, my favorite line is the guest... Where is it?
The guest is on the rise?
Yeah, the guests are on the rise. Yeah, because all the other resorts are too expensive.
Right,
What they should say is guests at the 3 all-star resorts is on the rise because, all the other places are so expensive.
No. the place where everybody else in the world can stay and afford to stay.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. I would prefer there to be a sit-down restaurant and people come and serve. I think that would make more sense. I think that makes way more sense than a buffet. But what do I know? I'm not Disney. I'm just a guy on a podcast.
Right.
So, question though. First, they say, "I'll believe it when I see it." And do we think that this has something to do with how well received the Caribbean Beach Resort buffet has been?
Probably.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. If that's going to do well, and that's a moderate,
Yeah.
then it just makes sense to put it in the others.
Do you think they're gonna do away with, like, from what I remember, you walk into the space and there's like 4 or 5 or 6 different lanes of different things. You think they'll probably just like take 1 or 2 of those lanes away and it'll just be like burgers and pizza and nuggets?
I don't know. That's saying they're building a new facility in the parking lot.
That'd be better. I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably not going to go too crazy because then they have to build a new kitchen.
Right.
It would seem to me that they would build it and then double up on the kitchens, but aren't most of the kitchens connected to the? Nah. Oh well, that'd be good. I believe it when I see it too. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So the Grand Avenue at Disney's Hollywood Studios is just queue space to enter Star Wars Land. Son of a biscuit eater.
Yeah.
Or
first time ever.
For the first time
in forever.
First time in forever. What?
That they built a land.
That's just a queue.
That's just a queue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Because there's going to be a line out the door for years.
You know why else?
Because there'll be a line out the door.
Well, did you see that Disney News or WDW News Today put out that map that had the like the letters in the sky and it showed where this thing is going to go and this thing is going to go?
Yeah.
I looked at the map from the top down, and all of Star Wars Land is like over here, and you've got, the Star Tours attraction over here, and then in between there you've got this.
Yeah.
I don't want Muppets to go away, but I would have torn all that down.
I would have too.
I
would have moved it.
I would have moved it
to the other side. Plenty of room over there.
But I think that this is in the way. But hey, let's continue to read and we'll figure it out. Many people have been asking, besides the baseline tap house,
yay,
what is the purpose of the Grand Avenue area at Disney's Hollywood Studios? Well, we're glad that you asked.
Yeah.
It's a fairly big parcel, and nothing more than this bar and lounge has been announced for it. What else is going in there? Well, the answer is the only dedicated queue space ever built for a land.
Right.
Grand Avenue stands before Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in the former New York Street area. So does this mean that we're going to get the Osborne family dancing lights again?
I doubt it.
Dang it. Based on the absolutely monstrous demand. Thanks, Disney.
Yeah.
Way to undersell. Based on the absolutely monstrous demand that there is to see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the giant street will act as a queue just to enter the area. Guests will be able to exit to Grand Avenue or Toy Story Land by entry to Toy Story. Oh, sorry. Guests will be able to exit to Grand Avenue or Toy Story Land, but entry to Toy Story Land seems unlikely for the opening months, maybe even years, of the Star Wars themed land. This info comes directly from an Imagineer working on the Florida version of Galaxy's Edge project.
Right.
So, yes, there is a theme park land at Hollywood Studios that is just queue space and a bar.
Yeah.
Stop and think about that for a second.
Get a drink and get mad that you can't get in.
While Grand Avenue opens this fall, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will not be completed until mid to late 2019 at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
My only thought is they better put a roof on it.
Yeah.
Because we're going to stand and bake.
Yeah.
Nobody wants
Air
that.
Condition it.
Fans,
something.
Yeah, something.
Water misters.
Something.
Yeah.
And the worst part is we'll put a bar there. Yeah, that's great. So we're going to be hot and drunk and puking. That's great. Good idea.
Yeah. It's crazy to think, but I think the predictions are right. I think there's going to be a line for this. Somebody told me, what was it? I think it was Vince. Not last week, but the week before. The line for Avatar was all the way down by Expedition Everest to get into Pandora, and that's for something that nobody cares about.
Yeah. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, people care about this. So
Right.
what's this line going to look like? I really think they're going to be queuing people up outside the turnstiles. They're going to say this is the, so that the whole park is just not flooded with people standing in a line.
Right.
I think they'll just queue them up outside and then take them in groups to this land
Right.
where they'll wait in the other queue.
And the sad part of that is this whole thing that they're talking about being able to walk around and experience it, and there's going to be characters walking around. That's going to be virtually impossible for the first year.
Yeah,
because there's going to be so many people.
yeah.
I just don't see how they're going to be able to really accommodate.
Dear Disney, please have an annual preview so that we can see it, because that'll be the only time we'll see it in the next 5 years.
Right.
But really, I mean, I haven't been back to Pandora. Maybe I'll go in January to see if I can get on the ride again.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be interesting. All right, John, Food and Wine is right around the corner, which means we get an annual gift.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I saw the story the other day and about lost my mind.
And they really went out of their way.
They have.
Create you an awesome annual pass holder
Gift.
souvenir. Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? I have high expectations because a couple years ago it was a really nice little wine glass.
Yeah, wine glass.
Last year it was
Brandy snifter.
was a tumbler.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We
Nice
still use
poster.
them. Yeah, nice little poster.
Yeah.
So what are they building this year? Is it going to be like a mug, like a beer stein,
Or a little plate thing
or a
to
plate,
carry your wine,
or
and your
like a
cheese on?
dinner set, a little Disney?
How about a button?
No, buttons suck. What are they really doing?
How about 3 buttons?
Buttons suck. What are they really doing?
3 buttons.
3 buttons.
And I don't think you can get all 3. I think you'll get a choice when you go there, and then that will be your button. So think like the happy birthday button, or the I'm celebrating button, or happy anniversary button, but it just says Food and Wine on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's it, kids.
Yep.
A button.
You gonna read that, or
No.
Okay. So here's the little thingy dingy. So we go to Epcot on Monday night, and Sarah takes her Sid. Sorry, I'm trying to be nomenclature. Sid brings her little purselet thing, and I put it in my pocket so that we don't have to go through bags.
Yeah.
So we get up to the line, and I pull my wallet and phone and keys and her little thing out and put it in the thing, in the little tray.
Oh, yeah. I had to go through the...
Yeah, because if you go through with no bags to Epcot, you have to go through.
Oh, really? Is that
There's
the rule now?
It breaks into 2 lines, and they've got everything blocked off. Other parks are not that way.
Yeah.
Epcot is pretty much that way. So I'm standing in line, and the person behind me, I'm standing in line going through my metal detector, and behind me, which is next to me, is another person going through their metal detector. And the security officer says, you have to take off the button and put it in as well. And it was
the what?
And it was a button. It was a I'm celebrating button. Mm-hmm. So now we have to take off the buttons and put them and go through security. We're not allowed to wear a button through security.
I would say you gave me the button.
Like,
that's too bad.
I have to take a button off to go through security, and I guess it makes sense because it's metal, but isn't it aluminum? Aluminum doesn't light those things up, does it?
No.
Or I'm sitting here going, you gave us these buttons.
Here's what I do. When they say take everything out of your pockets, I keep it in my hands. And they say, well, you have to put it in the tray. I said, no, I don't. I said, I would like to keep my phone and my wallet in my possession. I don't trust that it's safe. How do I know somebody's not going to steal it off that table? And then what do I do without my phone and without my wallet?
Right.
So they go, well, we'll have to wander. I said, I don't care what you have to do, but you're not going to get me to put them on the table.
You're an interesting contradiction, my friend.
I'm just not putting them on the table because I don't do it at the airport. Why would I do it at
You don't do it on the airport?
No.
How do you go through the airport?
I'll put it in my bag or something.
Oh, yeah,
but
I
I'm
do that
not just
too.
going to leave it in those little round things.
No longer. You're going to have to
Why?
put your cell phone, your laptop, your iPad in a box and bin and put it through.
Won't happen. I'll put it in my bag.
You can't.
Well,
That's what TSA literally just said. You have to put cell phones, laptops, iPads.
Well, then you'll have to search my bag to find it.
All right. Heard it here first. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this podcast, go ahead and send your resumes in for replacing Tony Caselnova when he gets arrested at TSA when he flies up to New Jersey in December for his typical trip. Wait, let me ask you a question. Are you hearing it better now? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, it's over here, I think.
Oh, it wasn't in there?
Well, I don't know about that. So, yeah, go ahead and send your resumes in now. That'd be great. So, there's a new downtown Disney parking policy. Now, this is downtown Disney and Disneyland. Don't freak out, locals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
watch, it's
Oh,
coming.
yeah, it's coming.
This week, the Disneyland Resort announced a change to the parking policy at downtown Disney lot that eliminates any free parking without a minimum purchase at one of the downtown Disney merchants. Disney fans have been discussing the new policy, and while many admit to taking part in the abuse of free parking that may have led to the change, few are happy about the new rules. The new policy goes into effect August 16th and states that guests can receive up to 2 hours of free parking with a minimum $20 purchase at a single downtown Disney location, including any shopping or dining location. Guests can receive up to 4 hours of free parking with validating from any downtown Disney table service restaurant or the AMC theaters. So help me out with this.
All right, so this is like Tables in Wonderland. Are they going to want to keep the receipts then too?
Yeah, I don't know. So let me ask you this question. So I guess people were parking in these lots and then going to the parks?
Correct.
That's not
What they were meant to for?
I'm asking?
No.
Really?
No, there was a downtown Disney parking lot,
Right.
where the tram would take you, like
Right.
the tram, and
Yeah.
would take you to Disney Springs or downtown,
Downtown
Disney.
Disney.
Well, people were parking that and then going to the parks, and that was not what that lot was intended for. You had to park in the Mickey garage or the Toy Story lot
Oh,
and pay for parking.
gotcha. Okay, so the very first time we ever went, we parked in a flat lot. That's the lot you're talking about.
Yes.
And then the next time we went, we parked in the parking deck.
Garage.
So we paid to park in the parking deck. Did we
Right.
pay to park in the parking
Yes, you
deck?
did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So well, I guess it would be a problem.
yeah,
Yeah. Don't leave any money on the table, Disney. Whatever you do.
yeah. I mean, that lot was built right in front,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
specifically just for the use of. I mean, why not just charge a small fee, maybe a lesser fee? Rather than this tiered. If you spend $20, you can get parking. If you go to a movie, you'll get even more parking.
Right?
All right, so you go to a movie, and then you go to the park, and then you park for free. Right?
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
It's a twofer then.
Well, it's a $20 purchase.
Yeah.
So if you go,
$20 for 2 hours, and then if you go to, what is it? Guests can receive up to 4 hours. So you can go for 4 hours with free parking if you go to any of the table services and the theater.
so if you're
So what if you go to a restaurant and the movie, and you're there for 6 hours? What's the parking cost then?
I don't know. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you're a pass holder,
You still pay for parking.
get out.
You can get it at a discounted rate, but you still pay for parking.
Oh my gosh.
They have an annual. You can buy like an annual parking pass, where it's a little bit less than paying every time you go.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah.
We are screwed.
Yeah. No.
It's coming.
We've been lucky. Very, very lucky.
We've been very lucky.
Yeah.
It's coming though. You just know it's coming.
Because
what's going to happen is they're going to either reduce the price of the parks or they're going to cap them for a while. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to figure out, wait a minute.
There's been rumors going around for years that the resorts are going to start charging too, because every other resort in Orlando charges to park.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I agree.
Don't even listen. People, don't even listen. Hey, by the way, I do want to do this shout out. We have Andrew in the chat room. who was saying best podcast out there.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's talking this one.
Okay.
So
cool.
thank you.
Thank you. Is that Chef Andrew?
Yeah, Chef Andrew.
Yeah.
Is he local?
I don't know. He was on not last week, but the week before last.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess man, I know a lot of Andrew Harris's.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't think he's that one.
He's not that one. I don't think he's that one either. All right, next.
Yep. Hey, Paddlefish is having a nice little soiree. The Paddlefish at Disney Springs will be hosting a 4-course tasting event that will highlight old world wines paired with the new world cuisine. Included are grilled shrimp, tuna crudo, and a surf and turf.
Yeah, buddy.
The event will take place on Thursday, August 24th, from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. on the third deck. That's the one without air conditioning, just to let you know. Here is the menu. The reception will get grilled shrimp and a lemongrass skews with a Thai glazed Louisiana broil claws. Sounds yummy. The first course will be the yellowfin tuna crudo, the avocado mousse. I gotta learn how to make an avocado mousse. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
And the miso soy glazed sriracha emulsion. The second course will be the Plant City sweet corn bisque king crab toasted bread center with chive oil.
Mm-hmm.
The third course is the surf and turf marinated lamb oil with char grilled octopus, warm niskus. I have no idea. Bacon
marmalade.
Bacon marmalade with harissa demi-glaze mint gremolata.
Sounds
and
good.
the fourth course is the white chocolate and passion fruit mousse with the ginger Florentine cooking. The cost is 100 bananas per person, and tickets can be purchased by calling 407-934-2628 or by going to paddlefishrestaurant.com.
Sounds good. Is this interesting for you?
It is, but it's outside. And that does not interest me.
That does not interest you in the least.
No.
I don't blame you, brother.
August 24th, it's still going to be a little warm. Yeah.
Just a titch. Still going to be a little titch out there.
Yeah.
This is interesting. It's a little warm. I love how they've got all these really nice things for the courses, except for the fourth course is basically a cookie and some white chocolate and passion fruit mousse.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds good.
Nice. Okay.
Chef Andrew says he can get us an avocado mousse recipe. So, yeah, send it to us. DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. I'll dig that.
I was getting excited. I thought he was going to get us into this event. It's like, yes, please.
That would be good, too.
Yeah, avocado mousse recipe would be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I could make it for my wife, and she would lose her mind.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to have Tony's help with this next one because I never really give it the proper pronunciation. So the Jingle Bell Jingle
Bam!
dessert party is now available to book for 2017 holiday season.
It's still August.
It's August.
Just checking, right?
Yeah, I think it's August 14th.
Yeah.
That's okay. So the Jingle Bell Jingle
Bam!
holiday dessert party is returning this year to the Disney's Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World Resort. The party will take place in the courtyard of the Grauman's Chinese Theater, where guests can enjoy multiple food stations featuring holiday-inspired sweet and savory delights like...
Since there'll be nothing there.
There will be nothing there. Like warm cheese fondue with pretzel bread and flatbread, warm pumpkin pie. God, I'd kill for pumpkin pie right now. And spiced bread pudding and hand-dipped vanilla ice cream. Thirsty. There will be a liquid nitro station with chocolate mousse and your choice of toppings, including salted caramel sauce. Liquid nitrogen, man, I'm telling you. The chew thing from 2 years ago. Yeah. It's all over the place now. Yeah. You've got liquid nitrogen. Come on down. We've got your dessert.
You got nitrogen.
You got nitrogen. We're all getting nitrogen. Thanks, Oprah. Beer and wine and specialty cocktails will be available for guests over 21. Specialty non-alcoholic beverages, including hot cocoa, will also be available. But guys, it's Florida. You're not going to want any hot cocoa. Trust me on that one.
Maybe in December.
Bruh. No. Mm-mm. No. No.
Those Northerners might.
No, maybe. My God, it's don't you know it's December? We got to have some hot cocoa, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so a special VIP character will stop by to meet and mingle with dessert partygoers, and if you want to be sure to check out the festival holiday lights, wearing a pair of 3D Holo Specs registered trademark glasses. The glasses will be given to you as part of the event and will turn bright lights into holiday holographic illusions such as gingerbread men and candy canes.
Have you ever done those?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My favorite is the ones they give you for like the food and wine.
Yeah.
And they do the fireworks things.
And the Mickey.
The Mickey glasses. Yeah, it's the Mickey glasses. Yeah. When they did the angels for the Osborne Family Lights is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So the Jingle Bell Jingle
Bam
party is available between the dates of November 8th and December 31st. From November 9th through December 15th, the cost is just a mere $79 per adults and $45 for children 3 through 9, but it does include tax and gratuity. So from December 17th through the 31st, the cost skyrockets up to $89
It's
for
an
adults.
extra gouging if you want to go closer to Christmas.
And $49 for children, tax and gratuities again included. Reservations can be made by calling 407-WDW-DINE or visiting disneyworld.com/dining.
Disney learned a new word, kids, and that's tiered pricing.
Tiered pricing. That's the best. Yeah. In the chat comments, you get the glasses.
Yeah.
I drink hot cocoa too. I let it cool off, and so here's the thing. I went to the dessert party last year as part of a press event. The press event happened about this time last year. It was 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And they're like, here,
serving
have some
hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa. I was like, screw that. I'll take a frozen cocktail, please.
Yeah.
You have any Mickey heads on sticks?
Yeah.
I'll take 2 of those.
Yeah.
I'll dip that in the hot cocoa.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
All right. The next story is that Disney is pulling all of its movies from Netflix and starting its own streaming service. That's right. You heard us.
Yep.
Disney announced today during their earnings report that they have intentions of pulling all of their movie content from Netflix and instead launching their own direct-to-consumer streaming service in 2019.
This story actually came out last week.
Yeah.
So it wasn't today.
Oh.
So yeah, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
just in case somebody's like freaking out.
Right. According to CNBC, Disney also plans on launching their own ESPN video streaming service in early 2018. And the platform will feature approximately 10,000 sporting events annually, along with the content of the MLB, the NHL, the MLS, and collegiate sports, and tennis and Grand Slam events.
Maybe we will get the ESPN Ocho where we get dodgeball. I'm hoping for that.
Frisbee golf, maybe.
Welcome to the Frisbee Golf for 2019 World Championships. Now we've got the Palm Springs Palmies against the Scottsdale, Arizona Arizonis.
Disney is buying a majority ownership of the BAM tech for $1.58 billion in order to power these services. This represents a big strategic shift for the company, according to Bob Iger, as he told CNBC. We feel that having control of a platform where we've been impressed with after buying the 33% of that a year ago, because it's control of our destiny, Bob said.
If Bob hears you say that, we're dead. You know that, right? You're just going to get it's going to be like Mafia, the Bob Iger Mafia.
The market shows that Netflix stock dropped more than 5% after this announcement.
Jeez, Pete.
Wow.
So we did the pre-show, the Patreon show. This is what we talked about. And I think that the show was really good. And so what we've decided to do is we're going to edit some of the things, Patreon specific, and we're going to post the show on Friday to get a real in-depth discussion of this. So check out the show that comes out Friday, and we're going to really dig into this. But what would this network have to have on it for you to subscribe to it?
A lot.
Define a lot.
It would have to have, here's my laundry list.
Okay.
It would have to have all of the Disney animated movies. It would have to have Song of the South.
You racist bastard. Just kidding.
All of the live action stuff.
Yep.
All the Apple Dumpling Gang, the Herbie the Love Bug, all that stuff. All the live action. It would have to have the old Mickey Mouse Club. The old Mickey Mouse Club, not the one with Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake.
Right.
I would love to see the World of Color on it, all those old shows. I would love to see, the special video like from the Disneyland grand opening, maybe the commencement ceremony here in Walt Disney World.
Right.
I'm sure they have all the stuff on tape somewhere, on video, on DVD, or whatever they're storing their content on. Some media data center. I want all that. And just for kickers, as we mentioned.
Just for kickers.
I like a music streaming service.
Kicks and shickers.
That's what I'd like to see. If they pony up all of that content and more, all the Disney Channel stuff, put all that content out there, all the Star Wars animated live action movies, all the Marvel movies, live action cartoons, all of it. Don't hold back. Don't put anything. We just want to have it out there for a little time, and then we're gonna put it back in the. I don't buy that bull no more.
Yeah.
Put it out there.
Family friendly.
Yeah. Put it out there, or don't put it out there.
Right.
And if you don't put it out there, don't expect me to be a subscriber.
Don't tease me with it.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Give it all to me.
Put it all out there on the line. I have a movie collection over here. I can watch anytime I want. Why would I use your service?
Exactly.
And put extras and bloopers and behind the scenes. Put all of it. All of it. Do not hold back, Disney.
I agree with you 150 billion %. I think that for Disney to do this, there's going to have to be live action stuff from day one, back in the day, all the way through. I would love for there to be documentaries, documentaries that currently exist, The Boys, Waking Sleeping Beauty, even the ones that aren't necessarily Disney owned,
right.
The Floyd Norman story, the Raleigh Clump, those stories would be great too. But there's so much great content that Disney has produced over the years. All of the, Wonderful World of Color, Wonderful World of Disney, the Disneyland shows,
sure.
Mickey Mouse Club stuff,
everything,
the Disney XD stuff. If Disney makes it, I would love to see it.
Yeah.
And that includes Marvel and Lucasfilm for me.
Yeah.
But I would.
I even put out the old podcast stuff, the Disney Geek, the Armchair Art. Put everything you own, video content. And listen, I don't mind if you make it a tiered platform. That's your new word. You like the word tiered. I'm fine with that. If you pay $5, you get this. You pay $10, you can get this. You pay $15, you get all of this. Mm-hmm. I don't mind that, because then I can choose how much pain or suffering I want to give you, and what I want to, as a stockholder, how much more I want to give back to you.
Absolutely. And I used to date a girl a long time ago. She used to work at a Disney store. And she would bring home so much stuff. I'm like, why do we even bother getting a paycheck?
Yeah.
it's just, I'll take it and trade.
Yeah, exactly. Just let me shop for an hour.
I want this and this and this and this and this and that.
Yeah.
4 of those, 2 of those.
Yeah. Does that equal my paycheck?
Is that everything? Okay, great. I'll take that. Right. Can I have 2 of those? And I pay the rest on my next check? Yeah, that sounds great. I'm sure she's probably sitting on $1 million right now, but I think that we go into, I don't want to eat more time, but we go into in-depth. I don't want this. I'm concerned the last part of this is Netflix dropped 5%. That's huge. If Disney pulls out, I don't want to see other companies move out, and I don't want to see every major media company start their own streaming service, because I think financially that will break us. But if Disney does it well, it's something that I can get behind. If they just do it and it's just a price gouging stupid thing and control, then And then the last thing that I'll say, and then we can move forward, is the only thing about Disney, if they're not putting the old stuff out there that we can't find anywhere anymore, this really is a useless concept because you don't rent. Although I get it. A lot of people stream stuff, because they don't necessarily want to have a bazillion DVDs. But for most people, we buy Disney products.
Yeah.
We buy the movies. I was like, we buy the movies. We buy the movies. We buy the compilation stuff. We buy the CDs or the downloads, the digital products. So it's harder for me to get behind a streaming service because we buy it all already. Unless it's stuff like, you can't get all the Apple Dumpling Gangs. You can't get
the Mickey Mouse Club.
Mickey Mouse Club back in the day. You can't get
World of Color.
The Shaggy DA, the Kurt Russell years of Disney, so to speak. You can't find that stuff anymore. So that's the kind of stuff that I get behind. So that's my 2 cents. We're going to talk about it more on Friday. Check that out. And we'll just move forward. Okay. Hey, you remember we were talking about some of the changes coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios, and we were concerned that they were going to take out One Man's Dream? They are. They're getting rid of One Man's Dream.
At least in name.
In name only. Yeah. They're renaming it and rebranding it. So what they're doing, Disney's announced that One Man's Dream will be seeing a bit of an overhaul, an update, if you will. But it really mainly comes to the name change. The walkthrough attraction will be renamed and rebranded Walt Disney Presents. I still dig it. It's got Walt Disney there. It follows with the Walt Disney Presents stuff from the old days. So I'm liking that so far. The overall exhibit won't change very much. You'll still be able to see the significant items, the significant history of Disney, the sketches, the photos, the storybooks, storyboards, the classic, things from the parks when they first opened. Guests will also be able to still catch previews for upcoming Disney films, which I'm less excited about, but I understand it. And yes, you'll be able to take part in meet and greet opportunities, which currently is Star-Lord and Baby Groot, which Parkhopper Sid and I got to do last week for the first time ever. And, the Star-Lord guy's hair is kind of wonky, but Baby Groot is just dang cute.
Yeah.
But the updated showcase will also serve as the preview center for guests who want to see the upcoming things that are new coming to the park. So you'll be able to see the concept art, ride vehicle maquettes, and never before seen model of the upcoming Toy Story Land, which opens the summer of 2018. And you'll also be able to view a portion of the Star Wars Galaxy Edge model, which will also be on display. There will be concept art for the new Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway attraction. The new preview center displays will begin showing up in mid-September. One Man's Dream has previously included models of upcoming attractions, including New Fantasyland, Shanghai Disney. So this is not too far out of the realm of possibility. So this is not as bad as it could be.
Right. It's not too bad. Could be worse. It could be ripping the whole thing out.
They could be. What are we going to put there? Oh, I don't know. A gift shop.
Yeah.
Of stuff that you can get everywhere else on Disney property.
Exactly.
All right.
Last little bit of news is over at Bay Lake Tower, they're having a beverage tasting series.
Yes.
Are we going?
I would love to.
All right. We got to pick a date.
Let's go.
Every Thursday from now through October 19th, Disney Vacation Club members have the opportunity to participate in a beverage tasting seminar hosted in the 16th floor.
Top of the world.
At Bay Lake Tower Contemporary Resort. Each 60-minute session, that's cheesy, features a unique beverage theme. A small plate food selection will also accompany each beverage served. The dates are July 27th, August 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, 31st. Then September 7th, 14th, 21st, 28th. October 5th, 12th, and 19th. And it's either a mixology event, a Disney family wine tasting, a beer tasting, a liquor bourbon flight. So the sessions will run from 5 to 6 p.m. The cost is $35. That's not too shabby.
That's righteous for me. I'm down.
I mean, 2 drinks at Disney is 16, and 16, that's 32 as it is.
There you go.
So that's a great thing. Parties can only be of 4 people. 1 must be a DVC member. All participants must be 21 and older. Duh. We're serving alcohol. A DVC card member and a photo ID must be presented upon arrival.
Mm-hmm.
No discounts or dining plans will apply, and reservations, please contact your DVC vacation member services.
That's interesting. Is this something that our boy is doing, or is
Oh, I don't know.
or is somebody else doing
I
this?
assume he is because he starts right after that.
Right. Right.
Well, wait, they open at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
I'm sure on the he'd be working Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping it was going to be maybe like the Thursday before or the third. Well, we could do the Thursday after, I guess, when we're going to be there.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the 7th. That's a liquor bourbon. I'm
Yeah.
not a big bourbon fan.
Yeah.
Are you?
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you are.
Good boy. Yeah. I have no desire for the Disney family wine tasting.
Maybe the beer tasting August 31st.
Maybe the beer tasting. And the only reason I'm not into the Disney family wine tasting, I would love to try the Fez Parker. I would love to try the John Lasseter. It's the stuff that they make for the Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff is just garbage. It's so
Or
bad.
the Once Upon a Vine.
Once Upon a Vine's not bad.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I can get into it.
Yeah. No, I don't like wine.
Okay, fine.
Let's go to beer taste.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, that is that. Here's some headline news. We need headline news, John.
Oh, dang it. Hang on.
Siri, make us.
Hey, Siri, I need... I was trying to tell you that before you interrupted me. I need reminder to make headline news bumper as well. Tomorrow, noon.
Okay.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Thanks, Siri.
Thank you, Siri.
You're the best.
All right, headline news. Are you upset, John, that Gary Sinise will not return to Mission Space? That Gina Torres is the new Capcom.
Well, Gina Torres is gorgeous.
But you don't see her, do you?
Yeah, you see her
Oh,
in the
yeah, I
front end.
understand the video.
I am not... I think that if the ride's changing, it needs to be updated. I would have loved to see Gary Sinise come back, but I understand he's not necessarily in the Disney fold
He's done
so much
many
anymore.
things at Disney World.
Yeah.
Didn't he do Spaceship Earth for a while?
No.
No? All right. I thought he did.
So I understand it. Gina Torres makes sense on a lot of different reasons.
How about having an astronaut do it, Disney? We are right near
NASA.
Kennedy Center.
Yeah, they need star
They
power.
might have astronauts there.
Yeah, but the problem is you have real astronauts in a fake space company because it's not NASA. It's something else. I understand getting an actor to do it. Gina Torres knocks off two little things on their little social justice card, so why not? I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't ride the rides. It doesn't matter.
Well, how about Tom Hanks from Apollo 13?
Where do you think Gary Sinise came from?
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm
Tom's
trying
busy.
to pick somebody along the same theme.
Tom's busy doing Woody stuff. He's counting his money.
All right. Hey, Google is working on a street view. Yeah, Tom's going to be in the next Star Wars movie. Google is working on a new street view of Disneyland. Go ahead.
This is great, but why do you need this? You're not going to be driving through Disneyland.
No, it's like when you can drop the little person in the middle and then you can look around.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, that's not driving. It's
yeah,
kind of
but
walking.
why do you need that?
Because don't you want to see things? I want to see what new things look like there without having to go there,
Yeah, but they're not
right?
moving. Yeah, right. I'll say yes and keep moving forward.
This is an interesting one, which we could probably do a whole podcast on.
Yeah.
And I think this is coming to a park near us as well. Disney is removing California from the California Adventure.
So it's just going to be Disney's Adventure.
They haven't said what it's going to be called. I think, and you said it, that it will become the Hollywood Adventure. The reason they're removing the reason they gave for removing the word California is it now does not represent California, it's now, as it was quoted, a hodgepodge collection of attractions that don't relate all to. You got Marvel.
Yep.
You got the Pixar stuff, and more Pixar stuff coming.
Right. You have a California section.
It's not soaring over California, right?
Soaring around the world.
So, where's the California connection anymore?
You got the Blue Sky area with the Trattoria, and you've got the Hollywood Land section.
I think Condor Flats might be the only California connection.
No, because they got the street with the Carthay Circle, and I can't remember what that's called.
Buena Vista Street.
So I kind of get that. I know Disney's removing California from California Adventure. I'm interested to see what they name it. I think that's probably going to happen here.
Yeah.
I think we're probably going to get the Hollywood Adventure.
Yes.
Or Disney's Hollywood Land.
Yeah.
Probably makes sense too. It's interesting. It's fun. I think it's fun just to see what happens, how all the Disneyland people react.
Yeah,
I just love it when
freak.
I love it when their stuff changes because I love to watch it, and then I sit here and go, yeah, but have you seen what they've been doing to our place lately?
Yeah,
okay.
Right. Tearing it apart piece by piece. It wasn't last week; it's probably the week before. This is a little bit old, but they did the final piece of the coaster track was set in place for the Slinky Dog Dash coming to Toy Story Land, which I thought was great.
Yeah,
coaster done, check.
Coaster track done, check.
Yeah, check.
Yeah. Looks good. Looks like it's going to be a very large
coaster.
It's going to be a good fun ride. Yeah. I think it looks great. It looks gorgeous. You can see it from the road when you're pulling in. So it's really good. Yeah. Good.
And the last thing was the lighthouse sculpture was recently unveiled to honor the memory of Lane Graves, who was attacked by a alligator at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. And that's...
I really want to say something, but it's really insensitive.
We're not going to say anything.
So I'm not going to say anything.
It's very nice. It looks very nice. It's right where the incident allegedly happened.
Okay. They have a nonprofit. They have an organization.
Yeah, it's for the Lane Graves Foundation.
Yeah, they have a foundation. That's great. I think that it's great that they have a little place at Disney. Here's my problem, and just call me an ass all you want to. But would it not have made more sense for them to pick a place that was more centrally located, meaning somewhere closer to the property, maybe off to the side, right near, not necessarily near the pool, but one of the other walkway areas right there, as opposed to right where the incident happened? I mean, a kid died there. Do we really need a monument there? I thought that was really, I get it. I want to honor his memory. I'm not making fun of that. I'm not, no hate mail.
Right.
But to have that on the spot, it's like the people have those horrific car accidents and they always put the little monuments on the side of the road. I'm like, why do you want to?
Yeah.
Right there. But
that's why we have cemeteries.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So it's just, that's the only thing I just thought, okay, so for the rest of history now, we're going to have a monument to where somebody died. We're not going to have, it's not necessarily just a monument to the loss of this kid's life, which is incredibly tragic.
Right.
And I cannot even begin to feel the depth of horror for that family. And I doubt they'll ever come back to Disney World. But they were going to be able to go to the very spot where their son was killed. I don't know. This seems, if you're a parent, how do you feel about this? Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't have kids. You have kids. How do you feel about that?
I wouldn't put something there.
It just seems kind of
I want the memory here and here.
Right. He's pointing to his heart and his head. Yeah. If you're not watching.
Yeah. Not to a lighthouse in Sequoia, Florida. That's me though.
Yeah, but that's interesting. I'll go and I'll pay my respects. And I'll do that because I do want to see it and I do want to remember and pay my respect. But it's going to be weird because the whole time I'm standing there, going to be like, a kid died right there.
Yeah.
Right. That would be tantamount to me. And I'm not making fun of this. It's going to sound like I am, but I'm not. That would be tantamount to somebody dying on Big Thunder Mountain and then having like that cart with a special bow painted in the cart. This is the cart where the guy died, and we're honoring his memory by painting a bow there. I'm like,
I would be like, thanks, but no thanks. I don't want to ride in there.
I will not be riding that ride. Thank you.
Yeah.
It just, one of our comments, it's the perfect word. It just feels very inappropriate.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I could be wrong.
All right, kids. That is it for this week's show.
Long show. Good show.
Yep. We hope you had fun. If you'd like to find us, you can go to DisneyParksPodcast.com. We have many interesting things there, including this show. You can go there, visit our sponsors, shop our store. We really haven't had a blog post in a while. I actually am behind. I got 2 posts from our friend Bill and one from our team guy, Noah, that I got to get posted. But I couldn't do that last week, but I will catch up. Anyway, visit us there. You can visit us on Twitter at Disney Podcast or visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/Disney Podcast Show.
Sure. Are you talking the Twitter?
No, Disney Parks Podcast Show. And the time is running out on getting your Bay Lake ticket. So do that soon. And that's it. That's all. Anything else, John?
No, I think that's great.
All right. Then, as we'd like to say around here, we'll see you
in the
parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. One wish upon a star, your dream